This video has been inspired by an article which I read almost 2 years ago when I was 17 years old, and it completely changed my worldview about business, money, etc. etc. It taught me a lot at the time, which at that time was revolutionary information. And in case you're somebody that is wanting to make money in the future, like running businesses, like having a nice career, it's crucial for you to know all this information that's going to be presented in this video. So firstly, $1 million, 10 years, zero excuses. I'm going to lay out to you a roadmap and like explain to you like the basic fundamentals of how this will actually be possible. I'll link the article in the description as well if you want to check it out. I'll link the article in the description as well in case you want to check it out. Firstly, most of you don't even believe that it's possible. And I just want to quickly tell you that do not be afraid to set big goals. My big goal right now is 100,000 subscribers. I have 2,000 subscribers right now, but my goal is 100,000. Most think I'm crazy, but the reason why you set big goals is because you operate on a higher level. You operate on a level that is beyond your capabilities, and you push yourself. If you behave like a 2,000 subscriber YouTuber, you will stay on 2,000 subscribers. If you behave and act and work like a 100k subscriber person, you're gonna work like that. Same thing. If you believe that if you're certain that your goal is $1 million at around 30 years old, give or take 5 years, you will actually achieve that. Because if you set a smaller goal, you will never achieve beyond your goal. So never ever set small goals, because it doesn't cost you anything to set big goals. It's all benefit if you want to set big goals. Now, will it be easy to have a net worth of $1 million at 30 years old? No. But nothing worth having is easy anyways. Everything worth having is difficult. Six-pack, difficult. Money, difficult. Like everything that is valuable, it is going to be difficult. So don't complain that, "Arey, this is difficult," or "There's too much sacrifice, there's too much this and that." Don't worry about it. If you want it, you're going to have to sacrifice stuff. There's no going around it. So firstly, you need to know the difference between a job, a career, and a business. A job is somewhere where you trade your time for money, where it's an hourly rate that you get. Okay, you have a fixed salary of this much rupees per month, this many dollars per month. And the problem with a job is that it is linked with time. Your income is linked with time. Let's say, for example, your hourly rate is $10. Okay, you get paid $10 per hour. There's 24 hours in the day, so the maximum you can get paid in a single day is $240. That is the maximum. You can never ever make more than that in a job. So you need to rule it out of the bat instantly. You will never become rich working in a job. But we'll come on to the exceptions of when you should work a job and when you shouldn't. But I'm just explaining you the differences between a job, career, and a business for now. Next would be a career. A career, most people think a career and a job are the same thing. Wrong. A career is somewhere where you are paid for your performance, where the harder you work, the more you get paid. In a job, no matter how hard you work, you'll only get paid like the max amount you can make. But in a career, that's not the case. You work harder, you actually also get paid more. So how's that possible? That is possible when you are in a sales job, for example, and you sell products. The more products you sell, the more commission you make. Okay, or there's a bonus structure in your company where the harder you work, the more bonus you get. Okay, or you have equity in a company. Okay, it's not you're working a job, but you have equity in that company. You have 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, whatever, where you work hard and you actually are growing the value of the company, and you can actually sell your share in the company. Keep in mind, this is different from, let's say you work at a publicly listed company. You work at Tata, for example. This doesn't count, because it only equity, this will only work when you are working at a private limited. Okay, and you have equity within that business. If you have shares in Tata right now and you're working at Tata and you're saying, "Oh my God, Shrey is saying that I have a career." No, you don't have a career, because the stock value has nothing to do with how hard you work. Nothing. Whereas the private company, you can actually pull a few strings, and you are actually increasing the value of you're bringing in more profit. You are actually increasing the value of the company without any outside crazy influences like the stock market. Next is finally business. A business is where, in short, sweet words, where you make money while you are sleeping. For example, an online business. Okay, you have a shop, an online store, and you make money. Like, you can go to sleep and you can still get sales. Now, that is not the only example of a business. Literally any industry, any business, if you set in the right systems, you will make money from it while you sleep. It's all about setting in the systems and placing the right systems with the right people, etc., etc. We'll get on to it in a second. Most of us will have to start off with a job, okay? And there are a few rules of taking jobs. The first law is that you need to understand that your job is a temporary position. Do not expect to stay there, I'm going to stay here for the rest of my life. None of that bullshit. Because we know already that you will not get rich from a job. So what you need to do is that, based on the next criteria, which I'll tell you, you need to be like, okay, when I've achieved what I need to in my job, I will leave. Like, it doesn't matter like how much they're paying me, this and that, I will leave. The second criteria of a job is that it cannot be minimum wage. Like, if you're working at some shit like minimum wage type job, it will not teach you anything, because in a job, you need to learn transferable skills at the start. Okay, transferable skills. A transferable skill basically is like, if I give you a basic example, if I create a light, and I know how to create a light, I know how they work, this and that, it's not a transferable skill, because in any other industry, that skill of mine is not useful at all. So you need to get into a job first that will teach you transferable skills. We'll talk about this later in the video, about what these skills are, how to learn them, etc., etc. But these are the 3 criteria for you, and there is no exception to this. It has to be temporary, it cannot be minimum wage, and it needs to be teaching you transferable skills. I actually got a job and it was meeting 2 of these criteria. At the time, I forgot about these laws, otherwise I would not have taken this job. I was learning transferable skills, and it was a temporary position. I knew it would be temporary. But the only thing that wasn't there was that it was a minimum wage job. Like, I could have been paid much, much more, but like, I had the mindset of, like, you need to work for somebody, like, to learn from them, this and that. Like, so, like, I'm fine taking less money. But don't do that, as we'll talk about in a second. Because here's the thing. Like, you need to have, like, at least a basic level of self-respect for yourself. A lot of people ask me, can I work for free? Should I work for free? Should I work for free? Like, initially, I thought that would be a good idea. Like, that was actually a good idea. Like, you should work with people for free if you don't have any skills, this and that. But listen, honestly, unless you're not gonna work for Elon Musk or Gautam Adani, like, it's not worth it, in my opinion, to work for someone for free. Because think about it. Why do you want to work for someone for free that can't even afford to give you 1 lakh per month, like 1 lakh rupees per month, at least? Like, you need to have like a basic level of self-respect. And now kids are going to confuse this with entitlement. Listen, this is not entitlement if you actually have the skills. If you're an entitled loser, you will, without any skills, want a 1 lakh per month job. I'm saying, listen, you build up your skills in private, like the world is unlocked at this point. The internet, we have the internet. Learn a basic level of skills. Work especially on your communication. Work especially on the way you speak and you navigate people. Work especially on your confidence and your balls, basically. Like, you need to have big balls, bro, if you want big money at the start. So a reasonable amount would be like, if for your first job, you should at least be getting 60,000 per month. Like, this is your comfort level now. This is up to you now. Like, I would say like 60,000 per month at least you should be getting if you are gonna take a job, which is a temporary position. You're gonna be learning transferable skills in it, and yeah, it's not minimum wage. And now you might have the question, okay, but Shri, how do I find a job now? You are in luck, because I've created a full 30-minute video in the past where I teach you how to get a job without a degree. And I have a long ass course of exact strategies and details also, which is 1 hour something minutes long. That is the full course. But if you want the quick information, it's there in the 30-minute video. But the long detail, like step by step exact, is in the longer video. The longer video is a bit slow, because I was like a bit drugged while recording it. But check them out. It's like high value, crazy value. So it's all in the description. Check it out after this video if you're interested in starting off your career in a job. When we talk about a career, so what happens usually is when you get good at your job, like usually people like tempt you with like big money. So the biggest mistake like kids will make is that they'll accept like a high salary, like, but you need to remember you won't ever get rich off of a salary, like, because a salary at the end of the day is just an hourly rate. The strategy of these big companies, like all these like IT companies and these massive like Big Four, this and that, Deloitte, this and that, they have a strategy where when you are young, they give you like a high, like big money, like they give you a high salary just to tempt you in. Like, you know, they lure the carrot, they tempt you in, you come into the business, you work there, and then so in the start they pay you more than what you are worth, and they completely fucking rinse you for 10 years, 15 years. They overpay you at the start, they completely rinse you, and then they pay you less than what you are worth in your older years. That is their strategy. Like, they lure you in, like make you adjusted, make you super comfortable. Nothing. It's like a fucking like holiday vacation, but they'll fucking rinse you, like properly. They'll rinse you, and then they'll pay you less than what you are worth in your later years. So do not fall for that trap. If some, like I had one time somebody offering me like so like I was at like, I was working at minimum wage, so I was working at 30,000 rupees per month. I had another guy offering me 50,000 rupees per month, like just to dangle the carrot, right? And I was like, but I didn't take it because like I knew, like, listen man, I weighed in the options, I weighed in like the situation, but I didn't accept the offer. But this is what companies usually do. They'll like pay you more than what you are worth in the start, and then towards the end they'll fucking rinse you out and throw you out. Like, they won't throw you out, like they'll pay you less than what you are worth. So what you want to do when you are like, you've learned good, like decent transferable skills from your job, is like you need to push either to get equity, or you need to switch into some kind of like a sales job. Okay, so a sales job is wonderful because usually like your income, your 50 to 70% of your income will come from commission. Okay, you need to find a sales job like that, and you need to sell like a product that is in demand. We'll talk about exact products you can sell, like how to sell, like right market, choosing the right market, etc. But first you need to push for these two things. If you can, you get both of them. And sales is a completely transferable skill. Sales is like the most common transferable skill, because you can literally go from industry to industry. Like if I'm selling lights, I can also sell microphones, and I can also sell chairs, and like sales is a universal skill. Every industry in the world needs sales. So if you get good at sales, like just like sell something like properly, like you get good at it, like really good at it, you'll never have to worry about being poor again. Because in the worst of worst economic crisis, when these IT motherfuckers, like they'll lose their jobs, you are the salesman, and you will still be selling shit, and you'll still be making money. I'm actually pretty good at sales. I'm very good at sales. If you tell me to sell to somebody, I will sell it. I just need to believe in the product. Like, I won't sell you bullshit, although I have sold bullshit in the past. I made a video about like how I sold bananas on the street one time, so I'll have that in the description as well. It's pretty cool story. But I've sold stuff in the past. Like, I've sold stuff, like, and it's pretty fun. Like, I'm pretty good at it. And it's very fun as well. Like, so I don't need to worry about like ever being poor again, because I know the skill. Like, I can do it. Like, it's easy. So finally we move on to a business, okay, where a business makes money even while you are sleeping. And it's a system that you have set in place that does the work for you. You have to work to set up the system, and the system then is a self-sufficient system that continues doing the work. So listen, in life, you are either hardworking or you are smart. You can never be both. So in the start, this is what happens. You are not smart, you have no skills, nothing. That's why you take a job to learn those skills and to become smart. You have to work hard to get smart, and then you don't need to work hard. Do you understand? So none of us, most people, 99% of the people are not born smart. So you have to hard work in the start, become smart, and then you can start a business. Because a business, like people think, is just hard work. No, there's a level of smartness that is involved in business that, like, for me, for example, if I were to be put into a CEO position right now of a decent company, a company making, let's say, 10 crore revenue a year. Okay, so let's say a company that's making $1 million a year. If I were to be put in a CEO position there, the company would go bankrupt. I am simply not smart enough for that. So right now, my phase is of the hardworking phase. That's why I'm hesitant to start any business now. Because I realize, listen, this is my hardworking time. I need to get my transferable skills. I need to work on my fundamentals before and get like super smart first. And smartness isn't like book smart or I know everything. No. Like, we'll talk about this smartness in a second. But you need to smartness in terms of learning transferable skills, many transferable skills and unique skills that are unique to you, that increases your market value. And you don't want to jump into business at the start. Like, I see like many young guys like jumping into business. Like, it's good for the experience. I've done it also. So I won't tell you like do not do it at all. Do it. But there is a certain caliber that you are just simply not ready for. And you want to learn these transferable skills, and you will know when you are ready to start a business. And when you do start a business, you want to hire these people. You want to hire like the dumb people that are not smart, that are hardworking, and give them an opportunity to learn these transferable skills in your business. And eventually they are smart enough, and then they will most likely start their own firm. And it's like a win-win situation, because like you like basically groomed them into this smart person. Now they have their business, and then like you can collaborate, or it's a very nice relationship, and etc etc. Okay, so you want to hire these people to grow your business afterwards. So it's like it's a beautiful cycle where you go through it and then you hire other people going through it. It's amazing. So we have two types of skills in the world. One is tangible skills and the other is transferable skills. Tangible skills are all these smart fucks in school that think that, they'll be successful in life because, they scored a 99% in maths. They scored a 99% in chemistry. They know the periodic table or the fucking chemical formulas. They know it by heart. The teacher loves them, and the teacher hates on kids like me that got 4 out of, fucking 50 in my exams. Right? So these are tangible skills. You know why? Because a tangible skill is completely bullshit in the modern day. Tell me, in an age where Google exists, why the fuck do I have to know history? In a age where ChatGPT exists, why do I need to know logarithms? Why do I need to know geometry? Why do I need to know any of this? Beyond percentages as a basic like fundamental maths, why do I need to know anything beyond that? A tangible skill is anything that can be learned within 1 month. I don't give a fuck, like no matter how difficult a maths concept is, it can be learned in 3 to 6 months. It just can be learned. So that means like when you have tangible skills, you are very easily replaceable. Like just look at all these fucking wage workers, like call center people. They're all gonna get replaced by AI soon. All of them. Because the technology is there. And these layoffs will be so huge because these people have tangible skills. They are very easily replaceable. And nobody tells you this in school. Like people say, "Arey, like if you got the degree, you'll be damn successful." No, because it's a tangible skill at the end of the day. It can be replaced damn easily. So me, for example, when I was in 11th standard, I had 3 months to go till my 11th standard exams. And I decided, listen, I don't want to waste my 12th standard. So I'm going to give my 12th standard exam in 11th standard with 3 months left for the exams. And I did it. So 12 months of studying I did in 3 months. So it just goes to show where this shit is so fucking easy, like ridiculously easy. And you think you can like have any like negotiating power with tangible skills, you are actually a fucking retard. Like this AI and listen, lawyers are going to be replaced. Like police is going to be replaced. Judges are going to be replaced. You can continue like trying to make it big as a graphic designer. But at the end of the day, the AI can already create graphic design better than you. Why are you fucking bothered with learning graphic design and animation and this and that? Where all you need is a prompt now. All you need is a prompt. So why the fuck would people hire you unless you are at the top of your game? And going to the top of the game will take you fucking 2 years. And those people have a high market value, and and it's a matter of time before the AI gets good enough to catch up to those people. Okay, so you need to learn transferable skills. So if you are still confused right now, comment right now below of the skill you are learning or the career that you are trying to get into. Let's say you're trying to become a pilot. Bro, pilots are they're gonna go away. 100%. Like 100% they're gonna go away. Like not very soon, at least like a 50 years, at least 50 years, but they're gonna go away. Like everyone is gonna go away. So why not choose something that is transferable from now? Why do you want to be stuck in the rat race like all the other people? When a robot can do it better than you instantly, or somebody else can learn it within a month, because you don't have a bargaining power. If I have a basic ass job, like let's say I'm manufacturing lights, and like I'm building it according to the manual, like a Lego thing. Okay, I have the manual, taking the Lego pieces, I'm building it, and that's how I build the light. Tell me, like Lego is for children, and it has a manual, and you exactly do the copy paste thing. 90% of the jobs are also like that, where it's a manual and you just have to copy paste shit. That's it. Accounting, copy paste shit. It's just about studying patterns. Lawyers, copy paste shit. Law is very objective. Okay, AI can easily replace. Done. Like, so I'm not going to drag this point on for long, but comment right now and let's move on to the transferable skills that you can learn. Firstly, we already know sales is a transferable skill. It will help you everywhere in your life, in any place, not just in your business life as well. You have to sell yourself to a girl. You have to sell yourself to your parents. You have to sell yourself to like so many different people and so many different situations. You need to be presentable. People need to like you. It's not something like someone can just learn in a fucking month, like maths. This is something that will take you decades to refine, decades to get good at. I'll say, I'm good at sales for people my age, but I'm only a 5 out of 10. Like, I could not fucking sell a multi-million-dollar jet. I could not. I would love to, but I could not. Not right now, I couldn't. So sales is extremely important, and there's levels to sales. The more good it only gets better with time and deliberate practice. And that's something you can use anywhere in any industry. It's transferable, and it is recession proof. Meaning no matter what happens to the economy, you and your family, your wife and children will not starve. That's for sure. The next transferable skill is networking. Networking is a very interesting skill to learn because it means that you can finesse your way into certain rooms with certain people, and networking isn't just about you becoming friends with someone else that is successful. It's also about connecting to other people that are successful. I saw this in like Luke Belma's reel. Like he was like, during COVID, there was a hospital in New York, and then there was a mask factory in Korea. So this guy knew the guy who owned the hotel, and he knew the mask manufacturer. He connected them both, and then with every container, now he gets commission on it. So it's like networking, connecting the right two people, and if they have a good synergy and they start doing business, you get the commission from that. Like just look at brokers, for example, a real estate broker. You connect the buyer and the seller, and you get a profit. On Amazon, the whole Amazon ecosystem is built like that. The seller is selling items on Amazon, and Amazon as a portal is connecting them with buyers. Amazon takes a cut, Amazon takes a delivery fee, Amazon also takes a seller fee from the sellers, making money on both ends. So that is networking in a sense, and you want to figure out like good ways to network, and it just comes over time. The next transferable skill is production improvement. Production improvement is a massively underrated transferable skill that you can learn right now. Production improvement basically means that you help a business either make more money or you cut their costs. For example, you cut costs of a factory by 20%. Now you easily have the bargaining power to say, listen, I have saved you 20% of your costs. Give me as a payment 10% of that. So right now my granddad owns a farm, and they have been struggling for a few years because like they are not experts in the field. So recently they had got on this consultant, and he was just basically saying in the meeting, his pitch that he was saying that, listen, like the number one thing I'll do for you is reduce your costs. And obviously, like, so that is production improvement. He's gonna set up systems in a way that the farming costs will go down. Okay, and that will automatically increase the profit, because the cost is down, profit will go up by that same exact percentage. Now he's not charging a percentage, but he easily could. He's charging a flat fee like a brokey. He hasn't seen my videos, but he could easily say, listen, if your costs go down by 25%, I want 15% as payment. Like, who would say no? Do you understand? Who would say no in that? So you need to find businesses and like just say, listen. So most people figure out on how to make the business more money, right? These agencies, they'll run ads. You need more money, more money, more money, more money. Something underrated is that, listen, how can you make the same money while reducing the same cost? That will also increase your profit. What did Elon Musk do? Fucking laid off so many employees. He's kept the output the same. He's kept the profit the same. And he's fired these many employees. So the cost is drastically down right now. And the profit, it'll take a hit in the start a little bit, but then it bumps back up because you're setting the right systems in place. Massively underrated. I wish to do some production improvement for certain entrepreneurs in the future, because it's a really nice hustle or business that you can get into. And it's also like a transferable skill. It will work in any industry, everywhere. And nobody's doing this. Like, nobody's doing it in the sense it's underrated, where people don't really think about this as a career option. Like, right now I see so many opportunities right now, like of production improvement. Like, literally I see so many opportunities. Every business likes to cut their costs, while keeping the quality and their experience the same. Every business. So you will be an extremely important asset for anybody looking for your services. Now listen, you won't just get rich working in any industry. You need to find your target market and like the right people to sell to. So one of the target markets you could pick is people that are willing to spend money. Like middle-aged people, middle-aged men especially, they do not spend money. They're very like chindi. So one law in this is that, listen, either if you want to become rich like as fast as possible in your 10-year horizon, you have to either sell to wealthy men or females. Okay, and there's more categories in this as well, but wealthy men, because they usually see the value behind the product. Okay, so they do not just look at the price, they look at the quality behind it, and like they will be willing to pay large amounts of money to fix their problems, like without even thinking. So this is a strategy which my granddad also uses in his law firm, where he only charges like big money from clients. Like if it's not somebody that is willing to pay, he just does the work for free, because that's just his business practice. Like he'll either like take like little chump change from the poor people, and like serious clients he'll take big money from them. So that's his strategy, and it's a pretty good strategy. Like, so imagine trying to make $1 million and your product is only $1. You'll have to sell that same product, $1 product, to 1 million people. That's going to be so difficult. Rather sell $1,000 product to 1,000 people, 1,000 like rich men or women as well. Next is females, because we know that 80% of the domestic spending is done by females. Females are extremely like easy to manipulate. Extremely easy. Just look at the advertisements. Like look at like the culture. Like one crazy shit happens and all the females are on it. Like the females are the easiest to manipulate. It's like they're like software is empty. Like there's like a software defect in it, where they just buy anything. They just compulsively buy. Oh my god, it's too emotional. But that's something that you can take advantage of really well. Like most like companies ruthlessly advertise to females. Like you'll see like literally no ads for like girls anymore. Literally, because like guys, they're just like poor. Like, but the girl, even if she's poor, she'll find a way to spend money. Do you understand? On like bullshit items. Like even a poor girl spends money on bullshit items. I'm not even joking. So these are the two like categories you want to sell to, because it's easier. It's an easier sale as well. Imagine trying to sell to like a middle-aged man, and he's like conjuice with his money. Like he's not willing to spend money. Save yourself the hassle, say like, and sell to rich people or females. Another tactic would be either you sell to the top 1% or you sell to the masses. Okay, there is, the more you stay in the middle, the harder you'll find it like to make like lots of money. So these big businesses, for example, Jio selling to the masses, they're going to make lots of money. But Vodafone at the same time is not able to sell to the masses right now. Their target is the masses, but they're stuck somewhere in the middle. And on the opposite spectrum would be a company like Mercedes right now in India. They are only trying to sell to the top 1%, and they are extremely successful in India right now. Extremely successful. And these are the two strategies. Like, the more you stay to the middle, the harder it'll be. Because you're already in a price war, because you're always in a price war with somebody. A price war is where you lower the price and then your competitor lowers the price and then you have to lower the price again. That's a price war basically. In the top, you can price any fucking, you can charge bullshit amounts and people will be willing to pay you if you create that sort of persona for your brand. And at the bottom, you can sell to the masses and you can win that way. Obviously, I would always recommend to work with wealthier people, the top 1%, because it's like a better life. It's just like a better life. You make connections as well. There's no point selling to a fucking brokey that gives you no value in return. If you sell to the 1%, you not only sell to them, but you also get to become their friend, and the relationship can be built, which is quite interesting. So in this 10-year run, you will just ruthlessly have to focus on money. This is not easy, what I've told you. First, you have to get a job, get your transferable skills. Then you can skip to, once you know that you have enough transferable skills, you can get into a career or a business where you use your transferable skills. Okay. Do not do a job beyond 22 years old. If you're 22 years old, you're done. If you are still doing a job after 22 years old, I'm afraid it'll be if you start right now, because it takes 10 years. On average, it takes 10 years. Lowest will take 5 years, maximum it will take 15 years. But 10 years is the average, according to these guys. So after 22, you should not be working a job. So till then, you can fuck around, do anything, any bullshit you want. Learn transferable skills. Even if you jack off to nothing, into nothingness, into oblivion, watching anime, it won't matter. Work super hard till 22. Try different things. You can literally, you have nothing to lose. But when it's 22, it's time for a career or a business, seriously. And focus ruthlessly on just money and your health. Nothing else. Your family life will take a hit. You will not like to spend time with girls. These are things that are genuine trade-offs. It's genuine trade-offs, and it'll genuinely make you depressed. I'm not in college right now. Do you understand how depressed I am right now? All the people my age are in college, fucking banging girls, fucking doing all this fun shit, these parties and this and that. I could be doing that right now. Instead, I am sat in here in my room recording videos like a fucking crazy ass motherfucker. Working hard, reading books, making sure I get my transferable skills. I've worked jobs, I've started businesses, this and that. But this is the sacrifice you're gonna have to make, and it will pay off. It does pay off. I have vastly a higher number of transferable skills than anybody my age. If you just see my channel, if you see my videos, I've told you my stories. I've showed you my proof. I'm not lying out here. But health and money, that's it. Family, forget it. This, forget it. That, forget it. Just maintain it. Because that's the level of commitment it will take. Now, you'll still have a lot of questions at this point. Okay, Shri, but what business do I start? What job do I get? How do I get it? I already told you how to get a job. I told you what type of job to get. Now, in terms of business, listen, you can literally start any business you want and make money. There is no competition in this world. And listen, I'm not going to say too much now because this is beyond the scope of the video. If you want to learn a bit properly, everything you need to know about money and business, I made a video yesterday called the 48 Laws of Money. It's a long video. Make sure you get your notebooks out for that one. The 48 Laws of Money. It'll clear everything in your life. What business you want to start, what you want to do, where you want to go, boom, everything. it's a perfect video for you to watch if you made it till the end of this video. And also there is a luck element also in business as well. Like even if you do everything right, sometimes it just takes like 2 to 3 years extra. So the title says yes, 10 years it'll take, but it might take 12 as well, might take 13 as well, but you're guaranteed to achieve it. Like you are guaranteed to achieve it, right? So that's the end of the video. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you in the next videos, my guy. And I hope you got a clear understanding of job, career, business, like transferable skills, this and that. And yeah, man, I'll see you in the next video, man. Take care.